Shabal did well to get his hands on that, but Sean O'Brien is trying to rip it free, and he's done so well, the Tullow man. Now, if Leinster can realise that O'Brien has it, they don't need for the referees to come to their assistance, but that from Sean O'Brien is brilliant. Chances for both sides so far, not a lot of scores on the board, 6 points to 3, just the 3 penalties.
There's an indication of the wind.
Exactly, as Richard Strauss comes through, and good support from the hooker. And this time Leinster have options there, and Gordon Darcy with a little step. And the offload, and support again. Mike Ross heading towards the 5-metre line, he's still going forward. Look at that for strength from Mike Ross. He's just a metre short. Are the crowd going to get their first try in the RDS? They are. And it's wonderful play by Leinster, and it's exactly what they deserve. Sean O'Brien, the man to come up with the ball.
When we see here, now here's the offload I'm talking about. That's what you want. You know, you're there, go on, big Mike Ross. Look at the bulk and the size behind. He couldn't just make it. But when you've got in to that degree behind the side, it's only going to be a little stroll over.
Just before the touchline, so it's okay. And Leinster on the attack once again. The try scorer in the first half. Back on his feet is Sean O'Brien. There for Redden. This is good from Leinster. Advantage to Leinster. The penalty will come, and surely they'll take the 3 points as Sean O'Brien barges his way inside the 22.
Played previously for Leicester in the Heineken Cup. His first attempt of the evening, and again it isn't clean. It comes off the upright, and it's Leinster who react the quickest. No little bit of luck. Ball produced once more for Owen Redden. Sean O'Brien, one of those trademark bursts of his through midfield, keeps Leinster going forward. This is better play from Leinster. Carney to Shane Horgan, no room, has to come back inside. Fitzgerald offers himself, on goes Shane Horgan. Redden, Sean O'Brien again, he just is a terrific ball carrier, arrives with pace and power. It's taken on by Luc Jacquet, second row alongside Thibaut Privat, and there was a knock forward, and it's Leinster ball, and O'Brien picks and goes and finds a gap, and Sean O'Brien's through now. Support is there. Clermont varying the pace again, just slowing it down on this occasion, and slowing it down too much because Sean O'Brien was able to get in and steal, and it's there for Redden now.
Cian Healy this time, and Leinster have the bit between the teeth, and they want to run this ball. Darcy with a little show, numbers outside, one of whom is Sean O'Brien. And this is good by Leinster inside the 22, and they have the ball. McFadden back inside, and O'Driscoll again. First match back after that jaw injury suffered against Argentina. Sean O'Brien ducks the head and gives the offload to Horgan. Leo Cullen to Nathan Hines. Owen Redden. Leinster need to settle things down now and try and get something going if they can. After what's been all the French side. Shane Horgan ships the tackle. Richard Strauss in at scrum half to Sean O'Brien. Makes another couple of metres and breaks one or two tackles. So good at that. Redden again, lovely delays the pass. Sean O'Brien to O'Driscoll, just couldn't get his hands on the ball. Still half an hour left to go at Lansdowne Road. They trail by 14. That's not a good pass though. Julian Bonaire can only watch. And Elvis Merlin, as the ball goes into touch, and Leinster will get the line out, and they take it quickly. Redden to Sean O'Brien, hand off, and he's over. Sean O'Brien is in.
But again, the quick thinking of Horgan, getting it back into play, and how fitting, as we said, that it's O'Brien. In fact, it's Jamie Heaslip. I thought it was actually Horgan who picked up the ball. Tremendous. Horgan taking it on, managing the offload, timely pass from Redden, and in goes O'Brien for a richly deserved try individually and for Leinster.
Really quick thinking. Heaslip, Horgan, and then Sean O'Brien to finish it off. The strong handoff, no match for Brock James, and Benoit Babi's head is down. It was his pass that gave away that line out. Leinster keeping the ball alive, and some good hands so far in the opening 7 minutes. O'Driscoll to Nasewa, back inside to Strauss. He's got support from O'Brien. O'Brien stretches and he's in.
What a fantastic passage of play from Leinster, and in that passage of play it really captured what Leinster are about this year. There's a confidence, you know, spreading throughout the side every time they take the field. There's a collective awareness from loose head to fullback. Any player that gets in behind with a bit of space, the bells go, and it's all out attack, and that's what we saw again from Leinster.
Will Leinster still have Mike Ross this time? Pick from O'Brien, almost through, he is through, over the 22, one to beat, back inside, and almost a second for Sean O'Brien. Horgan to O'Brien, a bit of pace for Sean O'Brien, and ships the tackle. Good scrum from Saracens on that occasion. Sexton looks for O'Driscoll to get the space and takes it again, back off his outside centre. Sean O'Brien this time over the 22, and support from Fitzgerald, and a neat quick ball.
Keep going, Leinster, keep going. Now play.
Referee warning Leinster to retreat, which they do here. Scarborough, little kick and chase, and this one might bounce up for him, and Nathaywa did particularly well. Athletic stuff to claim the ball. Here's Sean O'Brien. O'Brien, nothing outside him, kicks and chases himself, and he's got pace, doesn't he, Sean O'Brien, and footballing skills. O'Brien will touch beat him. It does just. O'Brien attempting to do it all on his own.
Well, he very nearly did, and you can see Galindo's blushes starting to rise.
18 minutes on the clock, and Leinster with one terrific effort, but loose at times as well, and lacking the concentration that you know Joe Schmidt would have talked to them about before they went out. Boss almost caught in possession, should have been caught in possession, but isn't, as Sean O'Brien bursts away, and Leinster are in for their second try.
Boss just wasn't held, and Sean O'Brien, well, he's unstoppable, isn't he, when he gets possession in that, and perhaps making up for his missed tackle only minutes ago, which conceded the score to Racing. But you can see Boss here, his strength is there, and Sean O'Brien recognises it, gets on the end of the pass.
Back there is Juan Martin Hernandez. He always looks half-paced and looks slightly disinterested, to be honest, this evening. Here's McFadden, the substitute, probably feels a bit disappointed not to be included in Declan Kidney's Irish panel. Sean O'Brien, terrific pace, so much so that he got away from the supporting runners. Rhys Ruddock, he's got through an amount of work in the 50 minutes we've seen so far in both defence and attack. Sean O'Brien just bursts onto it again.
Well, here's Sean O'Brien again. What a barreling runner he is and ball carrier.
Redden once more. Leo Cullen came back on the angle. Here's Redden again. He looks very busy since he came on. Sean O'Brien again creates space, and O'Driscoll bursts onto it.
It was good play from Leinster. They kept the ball moving, target moving all the time, resetting and getting it away quickly. And when O'Driscoll comes on to Sean O'Brien's offload, he's going against the tackle all the time.
Strauss down from Nathan Hines. Good line-out ball from Leinster. A little kick over the top into a bit of space from Sexton, and it's picked up by Darcy. And Darcy to Sean O'Brien, who barrels the first tackler out of the way. Redden pops it up for Mike Ross, and Ross gets a bit of steam going. And in behind him is Sean O'Brien, and on Mike Ross goes. And Leicester with the go-forward ball, and now as they go wide, the gaps appear in the Leinster defence, and maybe a chance out wide for Leicester. That looked forward, but Tuilagi continues on. Tuilagi for the corner!
Does his foot touch the ground before he actually grounds the ball?
Green touched the line in goal. Okay.
No try. Leinster have robbed it. Sean O'Brien gets away, and on O'Brien goes. It always seems to take just that little bit more to put the Carlow man on his backside. And now Darcy, and now O'Brien, and O'Driscoll's outside him, but O'Brien puts the shoulder down and keeps going. And they raise their voice in one last effort. Good tackle in midfield. Referee sticks out an arm for Toulouse, slowing the ball down. Here's Issa Nathaywa, Sean O'Brien. O'Brien straightens the line, he's put to ground, and they set it up again. Nathaywa in and out half. Leinster operating way behind the gain line. Again, Toulouse stand off. Here's Sean O'Brien. Medard has the pace to get to him.
Rickard Strauss. Again, they go to the back. Leo Cullen taps it down for Sean O'Brien. Not the cleanest, but Leinster have, and Shane Horgan in off his wing manages to make a few metres and got the support from Sean O'Brien. Back inside Leinster, over the 22, Brian O'Driscoll going for the corner, just tackled. Leinster have the line out, it's Rickard Strauss to throw. He's gone to the back almost every occasion. Sean O'Brien the target, clean ball for Redden. And they get something going again. Sexton tries to slip inside, but he's stopped in his tracks. Sean O'Brien again the target. And again he makes a couple of metres. O'Driscoll pick and go by the centre, looks for support inside, he finds his man, Heaslip 5 metres short. Jamie Heaslip came off the foot of a Northampton player, but it's gone as far as Sean O'Brien, who again makes the metre in contact. Myler, carry on from him. Mathey was called for this one, he's got to take it. What a take, what a catch by Easton Athewa. Sets ball up for Leinster. Cian Healy shrugs past one, takes two to haul him down, and they can't. Over the 10-metre line. Brilliant run by the 23-year-old Redden. Horgan, Sean O'Brien comes back in, bounces off Dixon, bounces off Myler. Unbelievable strength by the Tullow man, and he's almost at the 22. And Leinster possession once again. At the moment it's Leinster in control in every part of the game, including at the scrum. Jamie Heaslip straight into Myler, sets ball up for Redden. Sean O'Brien ploughs over the first, the pass to Strauss, he's got the legs, and the pass to Cullen. Another try to an already impressive scoreline in the second half. Rickard Strauss, Sean O'Brien, all the big men involved, O'Brien in particular. It's just so hard to stop. Strauss to Cullen, the hands from Leo Cullen for a second row forward. Leinster now defending with purpose, and they're shutting off those angles, and they're closing down the space, and the pressure that Northampton applied in the first half, Leinster are doing to them in the second. And that's the penalty, and once again it's that word, Tony, pressure. The reverse of the first half.